Hello, welcome back to Vitality Power Pilates. This is your 6-week Dance Floor Fit program. We are on our final day of week 3, working our full body with a 20-minute full body workout. As you can see, I have no equipment, so find your soft surface and let's get ready to move. I'd like you to come onto your mat, placing those feet down firmly into the ground, a little bit wider than those hips, and we're just gonna walk ourselves back, kicking the heel back towards our booty and rocking that body back and forth. Starting off super strong, warming up to create that sensation through the body that it's time to move. Breathe with me, and we add in those arms right here. Heel goes back towards that booty. Arm crosses over for 10. For 9. 8. 7. Pull. 6. 5. 4. Side to side. For 2. For 1. Good work. Placing everything down, coming on to your heels. So I want you to place those heels in towards the body, and then I want you to lift those toes off of the mat. Drop the heels and lift the toes. Drop the toes and lift. Feeling that body start to ignite through those inner thighs. Through that backside squeeze as you lift those toes off of the mat. 2 more times. The last one. Good work. Full foot down onto the ground. You're in your sumo squat position. I want you to send those arms out to either side of your body. We're gonna lower ourselves down, pulse those hands up for 10. 9, go a little bit lower. Holding your squat right here for 8. 7. 6, little pulses through those hands. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those elbows in, stand up tall. Good. From here, we're gonna sumo squat it out and reach out through those hands, tucking everything back in towards that center body as we stand up. Your best 10. Pulling those hands out as you lower that booty down for 7, 6, 5, squat it low, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up tall, elbows in towards that body. I want you to take your thumb to your shoulders and start to pulse it in. So you're trying to touch those shoulders, tapping, squeezing through those biceps. Strong, straight spine right here. Maybe you imagine a little piece of paper, a love note stuck in between the crevice of your arm, between your forearm and your elbow. I don't want you to let that arm go fully and lose that piece of paper. So we're just squeezing it in, pulsing it in for 10. Rigid movement right here. 8. Squeeze. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good work. Lowering those hands down, keeping those elbows tucked in towards your side body. I want you to press your feet forward so those toes are now facing back in your regular starting position. Elbows are tucked in towards that body. We're gonna squat and extend up tall. Squat, elbows come back and press. Now, I want you to think about how when we started, we lifted those toes off of the mat, making sure to press through those heels. I want you to do that again by lifting those toes, off of the ground and only pressing up through that heel. Working that backside. Give me 10, 9, 8. Feet are firmly planted, lifting through those toes for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Elbows come back. Stand up tall. Now your upper body is hinged over those hips. I want you to lift through those elbows, bringing those arms out to either side of the body. Strong all the way through those fingertips. Lifting through those elbows. They're back behind your body. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Lift it up through those elbows, mind to muscle. 5, 4, 3. Full arm is moving for 2, for 1. Bring those elbows in, stand up tall, facing the top of your mat. Your left leg is in front, your right leg is back behind the body. I want you to send those arms back, fingers by your booty on either side of your body. Your upper body is standing tall in front of that left thigh, and we pulse those pinkies up towards our ceiling. Straight arm right here, give me your best. Slow and controlled motion, keeping that strong posture through our back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding those arms up and pull them forward. We step in and out, in and out. So we're not changing our level. We're just sinking into that left foot. Strong upper body as we send that right leg back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back, pull it back in, stand up tall. Other leg goes back. You're in your right lunge now. Arms are gonna come back behind that body this time. They're lifted up. We're gonna bring those palms together. Upper body is hinging over that right thigh. Feeling super strong through those arms. Pulse those palms together for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze like you have an imaginary ball in between those hands. Good work. Last 5, 4, 3. We tap in 2, in 1. Bring those arms forward and back. Oh, actually, no. Let's keep those arms lifted. Working that backside. Excuse me. We tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Leaning into that right leg for 2, for 1. Stand up tall, drop those arms down, rolling those shoulders back, and meeting me in your tabletop down onto the mat. From here, we're gonna work our spine just a little bit. I want you to send your belly button down towards the mat, bringing those hips all the way up and lifting the head, crown to your ceiling. Lower those hips down, drop your head and lift through that spine, creating that arch. One more time, lifting up through those hips, through your head. Belly button drops down towards your mat. Letting go of that pelvic floor. And lifting that spine back up, squeezing your pelvic floor up as you take your cat. Beautiful. Letting go of that position, coming back to your strong tabletop foundation. I want you to send out your right leg and your left arm. From here, we're gonna tap it down and lift. Down and lift. Good, give me 10. Straight out in front of that body and straight out behind for 8. Keeping your hips square to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that leg lifted, I want you to lower your left hand, and we're gonna bend through those elbows just a little as we pulse that leg up and down. So your forehead is now a little bit closer to the mat. You're bracing yourself through those elbows to work those triceps. Lift through that heel. Now make that lift a little bit bigger, dropping that toe and lifting. Drop and lift for 10, 9, 8, beautiful, 6, 5, 4, 3, lift, 2, and 1. Send it up, bring it back home. Now press up through those elbows. Lower those elbows back down. Press them up so both knees are down into the ground. We're working on those triceps only right here. Lift. Elbows come back straight towards those thighs. Whew, it is one of the hottest days today. We are feeling that burn as we lower. 2 more. Last one right here. Drop and lift. Good work. From here, other side. So you're gonna send your left leg back, lifting through that right arm. We tap and lift. Tap for 10. Squeeze through that core. Let that sweat drip off your body. You're feeling so strong right in this moment. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that hand down, dropping through those elbows, little pulses through that back leg. Give me 10. Little bitty movement right here. Then we go to that full drop in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot down to the mat and lift. You're here for 10. Making every lift count. Squeeze through those elbows. Tuck them in towards that side. 8, 7, pointing through those toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg home, pressing down and lifting up, taking yourself back to your modified child's pose and meeting me on your back side. Coming back through tabletop, flipping over onto your back side. Amazing work. From here, we're gonna lower down, forearms down onto the ground. I want you to lift those legs up to your tabletop, and all we're gonna do is extend them out straight and lower them down a little bit off of that mat. Pull them back in, extend them out straight, and lower them down. Scoop them up. Last one, send them out. Drop them down, pull them in. Good. From here, we send them out. We lower them down, keeping yourself lifted a little bit higher. I want you to flutter through those feet. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Point through those toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet back together. Lift them up to your tabletop and drop the full foot down onto the mat. Good work. From here, we're gonna turn onto our left thigh, dropping our bodies down towards the mat. So I want both shoulders down onto the mat and both thighs and knees facing your left side. Bending through those knees, I want you to extend those hands out to either side of your body and breathe in with me through your nose and out through your mouth, giving your backside, your lower back a little bit of space to stretch right here. One more time, inhale with me. And exhale, let it go. From here, I want you to bring those hands back in towards your body. I want you to lift your head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. Your arms are gonna be down, one in front of the body, one behind the body. The arm that's behind the body, I want you to lift it up and lower it down. So you notice my right shoulder is not onto the ground. We're lifting through those obliques. Good. See if you can do both arms. Breathe through it. If it's too much with those hands, you can always take them back behind the head and hold it here. You have 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Drop those shoulders down to the mat. Bring those legs back through center, taking it to the other side. So our right leg is now on the bottom. Arms are stretching out to either side of our mat. Breathe in with me right here, giving that lower back a little bit of space. One more time. Exhale out of the mouth, bring those hands in, one in front of the body, one behind the body, lifting those shoulders off of the mat, taking that back arm open and drop it back down. So you notice now my left shoulder is off of the mat, squeezing through those left obliques. You add in that second arm if you feel comfortable. Again, you can take those hands back behind the head and hold. You're here for 5, 4, squeeze and lift through those obliques for 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down, bring those legs back to your original position. We finished with a little bit of glute bridge work, so I want you to take those feet in towards your body, tucking your thighs in together, keeping those hands lifted straight up above the body. For this whole next couple of moves, we lift, keeping those thighs pressed together, and drop. Lift and drop, good. So we're gonna go from one extreme to the other. Right now we're holding that glute bridge super close and narrow, keeping those thighs pressed together, and then next we're gonna open it up, feet to the outer side of our mat to target a different part of the booty. Good, so squeeze those inner thighs to target that inner leg. Last time, drop it down, lift it up, hold it here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping those hands lifted, I'd like you to drop through the booty, walk your feet out to either side of your mat and lift it up. Good, squeezing through that outer booty. Now we tap and lift. So this one feels completely different, right? Those outer glutes are feeling it just a little bit more. Those inner thighs are still working, but you feel that change. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up here. I want you to lift the toes off of the mat, press it out through your heels, and give me those pulses. Your final 10, 9. Lift that mid body a little bit higher, 1 or 2 inches. Squeeze, pressing out through that mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top. Drop both feet down onto the mat and lower that body all the way down. Bring those feet back to center. Drop those arms, letting those legs go long. I'd like you to send those hands up so you're in a long, straight line. And when you feel ready, I'd like you to sit up tall, hands float above that head, and bring them into your heart center because you just finished your week 3 of our 6-week program. I'm so excited to take you to week 4 and move together, feel strong together, and have a great time. Thank you so much for moving with me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.